Hi there, friends. Welcome back. How did you guys do with the crown of the Burst of Kindness beanie? Do you have any questions? Any hiccups? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead in this video, which is part 2 of the Burst of Kindness Comingle beanie. And for this part, we're gonna go over the body of the hat or the beanie, which is gonna be row 9, 10, 11 is gonna start the stitch, and then you have to do 6 rows of that, and then we'll see how far we can get, but for the most part we're gonna work on the body. So get ready. Okay, so this will be row 9. We're gonna start off with a half double crochet all the way around. At the end of this row you should have 80 stitches. I did put a stitch marker here so that I can kind of know where to start, and basically half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. 79 and 80. That last one is not a stitch. That was just a slip stitch. So there you have it, 80 stitches, and that took me about 5 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna start row 10, which is just going to be a single crochet on the third loop of your half double crochets. So you have your V on top, but then you have this leg right here. You're just gonna single crochet in that one. No joining, no nothing, just keep going. And at the end of row 10, you still should have 80 stitches. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. try to go slow, but the first stitch that you go into is going to be a single crochet. So this stitch here, just single crochet as normal. The next stitch is going to be a purl single crochet, which is basically bring your yarn towards you, go into the next stitch with the yarn in front of the hook, carry it over and pull it through. I like to hold it down, and that basically gives you that stitch there and single crochet. So that's 2 stitches. Now the next 3 stitches are going to be a double crochet cluster, which if you remember this crown, it's just basically double crochets not completed. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and go through the first 2, hold, yarn over, go in the next stitch, yarn over and go through 2, hold again. Now you got, normally you would stop here, but we're going to go one more time. And there you have it. You have 4 stitches, yarn over and pull through all 4. That's going to be your first 5 stitches. And to close it up, yarn over and then chain 2. 1 and 2. This stitch, I would suggest not to make it that tight. But anyway, you're going to go ahead and repeat that sequence all the way around. At the end of this row, you should have 16 of these. So remember, this stitch you already went into to do the leg, so it's going to be the next stitch over. So single, purl, which is just yarn in front, go in, pull up a loop, purl single, yarn over, and then go through the next 3 stitches with a double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 3, yarn over and go through all 4 and chain 2, and then repeat. Last stitches. And you have 3 left, which should be your double crochet cluster. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to yarn over, go through all 2 and chain 2. And I'm going to just move my stitch marker. Alright, so we're going on to row 12. Row 12, you're basically going to repeat that sequence. Single, purl single, and then a cluster. I'll show you that first. So the first stitch is going to be the single crochet. You're going to single crochet in the single crochet, and then you're going to purl in the purl, and then you're going to do a cluster stitch, which is going to be on the first of the cluster, on top of the cluster, and then around the chain 2. Let's do it together. So double crochet cluster is just yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through the top of the cluster, and yarn over and go through the chain 2, yarn over and go through all 4 and chain 2, and then repeat. Single in the single, purl single crochet in the purl single crochet, and then you start your cluster and the cluster on top of the cluster, and then in the chain 2, yarn over and go through all 4 and chain 2, and just repeat that all the way around. And remember, this single crochet kind of hides a little bit, so make sure you go into that stitch. Oh, see what I did there? I messed up. We already worked in the chain 2, go into the single crochet. Just a few more stitches. Single, purl, cluster, chain 2, what happened there? Okay, and chain 2. So that was row 12. We'll move the stitch marker up to this single crochet, and you should still have 16 of these clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this one here is 16. So you can repeat row 12 4 more times, but I'll be crocheting on my own. Row 13, single, purl, cluster, That's why you should keep that a little loose. Chain 2, single in the single, purl in the purl, double crochet cluster 1 on top, 2 in the chain 2 is 3, yarn over and chain through all four. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 2. That's where you should keep that a little loose. Just keep going. is 2, chain 2 is 3, yarn over, go through all 4 loops and chain 2. Just repeat that until you get to the end of the row, and I'll tell you how long it takes me, and then I'm going to leave you to your own devices until you get 6 rows. Last stitch. Chain 2, and move the stitch marker. That took me 9.5 minutes. So repeat row 12, which that was row 13, until you get to row 16, 6 of the clusters. Okay, I hope you guys understood rows 9 through 13. I tried to do my best. I was able to get row 14 and 15 crocheted up, so we're gonna go ahead and stop here for part 2, and for part 3 we'll finish off with 1 more row of the Comingle stitch, and then we'll do the brim. Sound good? So go ahead, and I'm only cutting it short because it takes forever to upload, but I will continue to work on this hat, and hopefully it makes sense, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you again for watching. Love yourself so you can love everyone else. Have a great night.